Hi there, welcome back. And today having another flick through an old issue of Crash magazine. This one is number 43 from August 1987, and as you can see, it was priced at the princely sum of £1 or or 6 Deutschmarks. And again, another stunning Oliver Frey cover. And its supposed features are Taipan, Exelon, Micronaut 1, the big sleaze, and something to do with Freescape. So looking, advert for Elite's Trios pack with 4 games listed there. Adverts, editorial. An advert for the Games Machine magazine. Do you remember that one? It's kind of like their attempt at moving up into the world of 16-bit coverage. Advert for Rebel, which is from Virgin Games, price $9.95. I reviewed that just last week. Great little game. I reviewed it on the Ricochet Mastertronic label. A few editorials, including one here, a feature about the Bug fanzine. Now, I don't know or own any of the fanzines that were popular sort of back in the day, but I remember watching an episode of the Spectrum show where he did quite an in-depth feature on some fanzines. That was really, really interesting. So please share your experiences and thoughts if you owned any of those, or even if you still do own them. Advert for Mask, a review of Exelon from Raphael Checo, however you pronounce his name. I always found his games really, really, really hard, but Exelon I found a lot more accessible. I really enjoyed it. Great big, nice, colourful graphics, as all his games had. Mutants from Ocean, don't know that one. Advert for Gunship. A review of Trio, including Great Gurianos, 3DC, and Airwolf 2. Now, look what it says there. Airwolf 2 is a real good shoot 'em up. No, it isn't. Airwolf 2 is absolutely abysmal. Airwolf, the first game, despite it being hugely difficult, I've got a kind of soft spot for because it's so difficult. I every now and then try and sort of see how much further I can get into it, and after 32 years I'm up to about screen 5, so by the time I'm 100 I might see the end screen. Right, Slap Fight doesn't fare massively well. Respectable overall score. Its big criticism seemed to be about the fact that its bullets were invisible, more or less. One of the problems with monochrome shooters on the Spectrum. Review for Flash Gordon. They caned that one a bit, 42%. A game called Rubicon from Bug Bite, I'm not familiar with. They didn't like that. Void Runner, which I own, 54%. I'll have to try and play that. Taipan 128. Now, I did have this game back in the day, but I can't find it for love nor money. It's obviously got lost in some kind of house move. I really used to enjoy this game. It was based on the James Clavell sort of novel, and it was a kind of like trade 'em up, stroke sink ships 'em up, stroke gamble and press gang crew members up, if there are such ups. Pneumatic Hammers from Andromeda. Don't know that one. An advert for that will never catch on consoles. Table Football Ultima Ratio by Firebird Silver. This is the page of the turkeys too. Look, that's Table Football, 28%, 34% for Ultima Ratio. Mounty Mix Death Ride. God, never heard of that one either. Any of these games that you're familiar with, especially any of the strange ones, please shout up and let me know if you've ever played them. Championship Baseball. Oh, this certainly seemed to have been an edition full of turkeys. Prohibition from Infogrames. Now, I had that, and I actually quite enjoyed it, although they've only given it a score of 59%. Really good graphical style on this, kind of like an Operation Wolf sort of shooter into the screen, sort of first person crosshair sort of thingamy, and it plays a bit slow and clunky, as I remember, but not bad at all. Killer Ring. Don't know that one. 47%. Hades Nebula from Nexus. Did that get any better score? 51%. Nexus, Reactor didn't... ignore that. It's talking bollocks. Right, Lloyd Mangram's forum. Letters and stuff. Review of dungeon style games. There's Gauntlet Storm, which I've reviewed and is absolutely abysmal. Avenger, the sequel to Way of the Tiger. Not a bad game, I don't think. Runnerama, don't know that. How to Be a Hero, don't know that. Into the Eagle's Nest, great game. Dandy, I've played it, but I can't remember an awful lot about it. The Last Mission. Fanzines. Well, there was me talking about the bug, etc. In this very issue, and there's a little sort of couple of page spread on fanzines themselves. Frontline, that's War Games, isn't it? So I can zoom through that bit. I have absolutely no interest in them at all because I'm not intelligent enough to understand them. The playing tips, maps, etc. Advert for the Living Daylights. Vote for what? What were you voting for? The questionnaire votes. Tech Niche, that's all hardware bollocks. Right. Adverts from Palace Software, Barbarian and Stifflip & Co. Now, who remembers Stifflip & Co? That was a really, really nice little game, or nice looking little game. And I think it got smashed. But you don't hear an awful lot about it these days. You know, in fact, hardly ever. Adventure games, The Big Sleaze, Inspector Flukit, Mystery of Arkham Manor. I wasn't into adventure games at all, so all those names are alien to me. Advert for Whizball, cracking conversion, that. Sorry, cracking version of a great game. Transatlantic Balloon Challenge. Game based on when Richard Branson tried to fly a hot air balloon across the ocean. They also did one about his speedboat thing, trying to cross the thing, and the first one sunk, Virgin Atlantic Challenger, and the second one, I think he eventually managed it. But rich boys and their toys, 22%, Jesus Christ. Spectrum version of Wonder Boy, 43%. Bride of Frankenstein, 59%. Ninja Hamster, that is an awful game. 62%. Leviathan, 52%. Catch 23 from Martech, again another one you don't really sort of hear much about. I remember being intrigued by this game but never actually bought it or played it. 56%. Yeah, I mean, the graphics on that look okay, but again, if you know that game, let me know what it's like, if it's worth tracking down. I know they only gave it a fairly low score, but it was something I always fancied, always liked the look of. Some other bits and pieces there. Star Fox, not that Star Fox, from Reactor by Real Time Software, got 77%. That looks all right. Again, I'm not familiar with that one at all. Dead Ringer from Reactor. There's a lot of games from Reactor in this issue, and they've all, bar Star Fox by the look of things, been absolutely caned. Super G-Man from Codemasters. How much did that get? I think I've got that. 43%. Micronaut 1 from Pete Cook. Crash Smashed, released by Nexus Software. I've never ever played this game. I think I've got it on not on a compilation, on a cover tape. Is it worth me checking out? Let me know. 92%. Wolfen by Bulldog Software. I think I've got that. 47%. The Living Daylights, the computer game. 63%. So an increase from its predecessor Review to a Kill, which is absolutely abysmal. I've played Living Daylights on emulation, and it's not bad, but it's not brilliant. And my last pickups video, you'll see I got the License to Kill the game, which I'll be reviewing soon. Challenge of the GoBots 30. Good Lord, Reactor, you had a really bad month this month. Roadrunner by Jim Bagley. I actually own this. 73%. Convoy Raider, game I'm not familiar with at all. Advert for Ocean Games. Preview of Yogi Bear. Now, here's a heads up. I've completed a video on that one, and I will be publishing that very, very soon. Of course, the Jetman comic. Feature on the +3. Video reviews. Crash Charts. The Terminal Man comic strip. And, ooh, hello. Oh, no, they've covered it up there. Oh, bastards. Right, so that was just a quick flick through issue number 43 of Crash Magazine. Thanks ever so much for watching. I've got more of those to do. If you like the video, please let me know. If you wish to subscribe, please do so. If you do subscribe, please, please, please make sure that you join in the fun and comment, particularly in relation to these magazine ones that I do. If you're familiar with any of the more obscure games, please let me know what they were like and whether or not they're worth checking out. Thanks ever so much for watching. Take care of yourselves and goodbye.